No. So watch that. The first thing we learn, we have to hear, and you have to hear the right things. Because if you're not careful, if you hear something long enough, you'll think it's right. That's why everything you put into your ears, you have to make sure that you protect it with your ear gate. Everybody say ear gate. That's the first gate we're talking about. The ear gate. Ear gate. What gate do you have on your ear? Let me tell you something. If you love gossip, you need a new set of ear gates. How do you know if you love gossip? You know, gossip has a language too. A body language without words.
Yes, sir.
Now watch what that person do. I didn't tell him to say that. What did your body tell him to say? What if you would have did this?
That's right.
Everything you do has a language. 6, verse 5 says, get what? Wisdom. Remember, that's the first W. Get wisdom. Get understanding. Do not forget or turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her. Who is her? Wisdom. I don't want y'all to be confused.
Right.
Do not forsake wisdom, and wisdom will do what? Preserve you. Do y'all know anybody in your life, and that person might be you, that if they would have listened, they would have been in the situation they are in today? Do you know you, that if you would have listened, you would have not been in the situation? If you would have got what? Wisdom. And you know what? What's so shameful? You know what's bad about it? I read an article the other day that says if somebody who is 30 years old has been in church since they were 18, they received over, I think, 8,000 hours of instruction, which is enough to get a master's degree, Jerry. And we'll get instruction and turn and walk away from it. And then we come back, Savior. And he said, well, why you didn't want me to be Lord? You sat through all that instruction and you didn't apply it. You didn't get wisdom and you didn't get understanding. Verse number 7 says, wisdom is the what thing? The principal thing. So it's the guiding thing. Therefore, get what? Get wisdom. I want somebody to write a song about that. Call it Get Wisdom. Y'all can handle that? Get wisdom. And after you get wisdom, and all you're getting what? Ain't no need to get something and you don't understand.
Right.
Anybody ever been there where you learned something and you just didn't flat out what? Anybody ever been turned down for a loan and you just accepted it and you didn't know what the man said? Sounds something like this. Based upon your overall credit quality score and your debt-to-income ratio and our standards here at the bank, we can no longer fund based upon what we're trying to do as it relates to the global technology of the credit scale. We would love to serve you, but at this time we can't help.
Wow.
All right, thank you. And you know the mistake you make? You go to the next bank. Dude say almost the same thing to you. You say, thank you. And you keep on going down the street. And then you go home after you've been doing that for 2 weeks and wonder why I can't get nothing. And I realize everybody you go to, they pull your credit. And they say you've been all down the street. I never forget those days. Somebody come see me, they just left Wachovia in Bank of America. So I set them up. So what you been doing today? Oh, you the first stop I made, brother. And I turn around and scream to them. They say you at Bank of America at 10:30 and you at Wachovia at 11:15. It's 1 o'clock. Oh yeah, you stop by them places. Yeah, I did. But I meant to come here first. Exalt her. Exalt who? Wisdom. Do you exalt the word of God? Is it high and lifted up? High and lifted up in your life? Or is it just a safety precaution in case of emergency, break glass? Do you exalt it? Do you give it your time? Do you exalt it? And watch what wisdom do. If you exalt her, oh, you gotta love this scripture. You need to underline this in your Bible. If you exalt wisdom, wisdom turns around and gives you a, oh yeah, y'all missed a chance to shout right here. Wisdom gives me
promotion.
even when it doesn't seem like it, and I'm following you, God, and wicked people are prospering, my brother sold me into slavery, I'm in jail, but somehow, I am the second most highest ranked person in Egypt over all of the king's property and his treasury, and I'm from out of town. Oh, you missed that. I came in as a slave and a servant, exalted to the kingship, because I kept wisdom. Wisdom gives you a promotion, and you know what? She will bring you what? When you do what? This is the language I want you to see. When you embrace it. We started out this morning as a deer pants. As you embrace it. Not as you embrace Ronnie. Not as you embrace Renee, Lucille, Monteith, whatever it is. A lot of that, honestly, if we start embracing God before we go to these other embraces, He will lead us to the right embrace. He will lead us to the right embrace. But you know what we try to do? We try everything. And then we come back. I done tried everything. Everything done failed. And we sing stuff. You know what? Y'all, I'm not trying Jesus. You can try it. I'm not trying. I'm in him. And we treat Jesus like He above me. Make my enemy my footstool. I like that. Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that. Oh, you forgive. I want to be first in my life. You'll take me to heaven. Yes, sir. And we treat God like a buffet. And we take out what we want and walk around and sing, any way you bless me, Lord, I'll be satisfied. But He wants your embrace, and when He gets your embrace, you know what she'll do? She'll place on your head. Woo! Oh, this is beautiful language here. This is beautiful language. An ornament of grace. That's why when all hell is breaking loose in your life, you look like you're cool as the other side of the pillow.
Wow.